thoughts in your mind that you aren't good enough, that you'll never be successful? If so, you're not alone. I've had those thoughts playing in my mind ever since I took the leap to become an entrepreneur. It's a dirty, dark secret that no one likes to talk about, as the glamorization of becoming an entrepreneur is shown in the media. I realized that in order to succeed, I needed help. We all do. So I decided to go all in on myself, spending thousands of hours in the trenches, reading, joining groups, listening to podcasts, hiring coaches to develop a bulletproof morning routine for success. Join me on my journey as together we build our morning fire to ignite our lives as entrepreneurs. My name is Jeff Wickersham, and this is the Morning Fire for Entrepreneurs podcast. Happy Friday, everybody. Boom! Hope all is doing well. There's some energy, excitement, and enthusiasm sent back from my world to your world. So today I want to talk about the power of creating an ethos. And an ethos is really the environment, it's the aspirations, it's the beliefs that you have kind of core to who you are. And I would say, as I was going through my 20s, through my 30s, and even right at the start of my 40s, I didn't have any kind of beliefs, things that really drove me from an ethos perspective on a daily basis. I know in my 20s, right, that was a wasted decade as far as just having fun, partying, doing those things. 30s, I got a little bit more into career, got married, all those pieces to the equation. But then when I jumped out to becoming an entrepreneur, I didn't have that ethos. I didn't have those beliefs. I didn't have those things that drove me day in and day out, because you are going to have days, and I have those days too. I had a couple of those days this week where it was dragging myself out of bed. I didn't sleep well at night. It was tough getting up. It was tough getting into that routine. But I have an ethos that I operate by, right? When I started my Morning Fire coaching business, my high performance coaching business, I developed an ethos, right? I developed a mantra. It was rise, fight, love, repeat every single day, right? I've got it. Maybe you can see it. There it is on a wristband. It's on my wrist at all times. Rise, fight, love, repeat. Rising like a phoenix, reborn each day. New possibilities, new opportunities, right? When you think of that mindset, imagine how powerful once I look at my wristband or I fall back into that ethos, that belief pattern, I can get myself up even after not sleeping well and maybe struggling to get out of bed, right? I drag myself over to my alarm, crawl over, turn it off. I remember that rise, fight, love, repeat. Rising like a phoenix, reborn each day through the ashes, right? Fight. That's another part of the ethos. Fighting for your physical fitness, mental fitness, nutritional fitness. And you've got to bring that fight, that dog mentality, because it is a world full of walking zombies out there going through the motions. You've got to fight for truly what you want, believe, desire, and need in life. So that's part of the ethos. The love. This is something so many people forget about. You've got to love yourself first. And I always hear that people say, wow, that's selfish if I take care of myself, show myself self-love, exercising, maybe go get a massage, meditate for myself. It's actually the most unselfish thing you can do. Because when you show up and take time for yourself, the impact on all those around, they're going to feel it. They're going to feel that you're physically fit, you're mental fit, you're showing up with a smile, with energy, with positivity. All those pieces to the equation that can be incredibly powerful. So the love piece is another piece of the Morning Fire ethos. And then the repetition, the repeat. Repetition over and over and over again is so critical to success. Our habits can be up to 90 to 95% of what we do on a daily basis. It's why it is a world full of walking zombies, because people are stuck in their patterns. They don't know how to break from them, or they don't know how to build effective new habits, right? That repetition just over and over again. And it can be very monotonous. But when you have bad days, when you have things that knock you off your track, you've got to have an ethos, a belief pattern that you operate with on a daily basis. And I ask you to dive into that, right? What's your belief pattern? What's that ethos that you want to create? Obviously, I did it with Morning Fire Coaching. I've now done it this year with my Kings of Sparta Mastermind for Men, right? Never give up, no retreat, no surrender. Those pieces to the puzzle are the ethos, and we bond through those daily battles that we go through. We adopt some of that Spartan mentality, right? Think of the movie 300. Those guys were not retreating. They were never giving up, right? They were fighting until the end. That's the mentality the men in the group and I adopt on a daily basis to continue to push ourselves. So think about your belief pattern. What is the ethos that you can create? If you're a parent, right? I'm a dad. I've got 2 sons, soon to be 13 and 11. What ethos can you create for your family? Right? One of the things I've always said to my boys, my sons, is Wickersham's never quit. Obviously, that's kind of tied to that Spartan mentality, never give up. Right? We never quit. Regardless of what, we never quit. We continue fighting on. What are some other things you can adopt as a family? Build an ethos around your family. Imagine if you're all bonded by some common beliefs. Imagine the amazing things that you can accomplish day in, day out by having that belief pattern, by having that ethos. And it's so incredibly important to create that, because if you don't have that created, if you don't have those reminders like my wristband, if you don't have people that are around you, that support you, that are your tribe related to that ethos, it is going to be so hard, so difficult to stay consistent in anything you're doing in life. So I challenge you to really take some time, and I'm coming live to you on Friday, because Friday is a great day because you get the weekend and you can think about these things, and maybe you can dive into, hey, what is the ethos I want to create as a human being, right? We get one opportunity in this life to make an impact. One of the greatest gifts my late mother gave me, one of our last deep conversations, was about her legacy. And she's got 7 grandchildren, and she was scared that her legacy would not live on. And unbeknownst to both of us, during that conversation, she passed that torch to me. And I told her her legacy would live on through me, through my children, through their grandchildren. And it is today. Recording this video, bringing it up. What do you want your legacy to look like? And how do you build an ethos, a belief system that drives you every single day, that you can fall back on when you get punched in the gut, right? When you get knocked down, because we all do. Each and every one of us goes through experiences that we can learn from, failures that we can learn from. And if you have that underlying belief system, that ethos, that no matter what, this is what you're going to follow, imagine how much more powerful you will show up on a daily basis. So take some time this weekend. Take some time, shut off all the electronics, go for a walk, and develop an ethos that you can operate from on a daily basis. And it's not for when things are good, right? When things are good, when things are easy, everybody can do it at that time. It's for when things go sideways, when things go bad, when things don't live up to your expectations. You have a belief system and ethos to fall back on. Once you develop that, then find other people that operate that same way. Be in that tribe mentality. We as human beings want to be around other people that have our same belief patterns. Maybe our parents have kids around the same age. That's why so many parents, their best friends are kids, are people that have kids their own kids' age, right? So develop that ethos. Take some time for yourself. It will be the greatest gift you can give. And when you start to put it down on the paper, and I always recommend writing it down, right? Write down what What is my belief pattern? This is my family ethos moving forward. You do that, I guarantee next week when the week starts, that's going to be such a powerful tool that you can use to get leverage on yourself. And the biggest battle we have with ourselves, let's not beat around the bush, is in our minds, right? It's in our minds on a daily basis. But if you have that belief system, you have that ethos, you have that rise, fight, love, repeat, you have that Spartan mentality, never give up, no retreat, no surrender. Imagine how you're going to operate every single day. I appreciate you listening, appreciate you watching. Have an amazing rest of your day. Rise, fight, love, repeat. Get after it. And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for listening to the Morning Fire for Entrepreneurs podcast. You now have the knowledge, but without action, knowledge is useless. Choose to act. Choose to step into your greatness and unlock that hero inside of you. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review so more entrepreneurs can hear this message. If you absolutely love this podcast, which I hope you do, then share it up with someone you know who might see benefit from it. Become that beacon of change, and together we can impact the world.